Hey guys, it's Sonara. We're back with another Throne and Liberty video, and today I'll be going over traits, gear, transferring EXP, and more. Once in the enchanting window, there are three options. The first is level up. From here, you can level up your gear with armor, weapon, and accessory growth stones. Just click on the piece of gear you want to level up and feed stones into it until your desired level. For green and blue gear, that desired level is always max, which is 6 and 9 respectively. For purple, the desired level is 7 and around 35%. The second panel in the enchanting window is transfer. When going from green to blue, just simply feed a level 6 green piece into a level 0 blue piece. They need to be the same gear type to transfer into. For transferring into purple gear, it's a little bit different however. It's actually more efficient to level your purple gear to level 7 and about 35% and then transferring your level 9 blue gear into it. This will make the purple gear level 9. Blessings transfer over to the new gear, but traits do not, and you can only transfer into a piece of gear once, and the gear that was transferred from gets destroyed, so be warned. The last panel is for traits. On the left side are the different traits you have on a piece of gear already. If you want to add a trait to your gear, you need the exact piece of gear with a different trait on it, or you can use trait unlock stones. Over here are the traits. I already have 3 unlocked. This will have an X across it, and then you can just use trait unlock stones or the exact piece of gear to unlock the second trait, and same with the third. If you want to level up a trait, you can feed the same type of gear into it with the same trait, and it does not need to be an exact copy. As you can see here, I have a bunch of chests with max mana on it, and I'll show you the process later in the video. Feeding greens gives very little blessing and has a 1% chance of success. Feeding blues gives more blessing and has a 10% chance of success. If the trait upgrade succeeds, you do not lose the blessing. If you use the blessing and fail the upgrade, you do lose the blessing. You can use the blessing at any time, but for most pieces, if I fail that much, I'll almost always be using the blessing at 100%. Lastly, as far as blessings are concerned, you always want to use your blessing when feeding with blue gear, as the blessings are more efficient that way. You can reroll traits as well if it's not the desired trait you want, but it's a pretty difficult piece of gear to get and you don't want to farm another one. To do this, you can use trait unlock stones and trait conversion stones to guarantee a reroll to what you want. You can also use trait conversion stones by themselves to roll for a different trait, an RNG roll for which you get. If you're buying trait extracts off the auction house, it's more efficient to target blue traits that are cheaper and build blessing to then guarantee a trait that's more expensive. Sometimes it will also be more efficient to buy the purple extracts and guarantee a trait upgrade that way, but very rarely has this been the case for me. I'll show the process of building blessings to then guarantee a trait upgrade now, if I end up failing all the way through. Otherwise, it should be pretty straightforward. I bought a few max mana chest piece extracts off the auction house, and I'll just repeatedly hit enchant until I succeed all the way, or hit 450 blessing. As you can see, I just succeeded. And I succeeded again. And we'll keep on going, and we succeeded. So now, since we succeeded all the way on our max mana, our next option is to buy more magic evasion, and we'll buy, so we have 368, so we'll go up to 408 and then 448. So we need to buy a few ranged evasion and a few magic evasion. So we're going to go over here to the auction house, and then we will clear this, go over here, hit rare, find traits. And we need magic evasion, armor, then we hit apply, then we go over here to the chest. And in case you guys are wondering, most of my lucent has been made through selling extracts and lithographs. Hasn't been very much pay to win. So we're going to go over here now and we're going to buy one, and actually we don't want to buy too many of the magic evasion. We'll buy one purchase. Yep. And it failed to purchase. Okay, perfect. And then now we will go over here and we will go over to ranged evasion and we will buy 3 of these. Okay, perfect. And it's quite unfortunate that it happened this way, but we did end up getting very lucky here. Although I wish I got very lucky with the more expensive pieces. So now we'll continue and we'll see if we fail 3 times. Right, and as you can see, we failed 3 times, and then we just hit use blessing, and it goes up to 100% success rate. We go ahead and hit enchant, and it guarantees the upgrade. And that is the process of how you do it. And typically, you won't get that carried when doing the less expensive traits, so it will be more streamlined and it will be cheaper. But if you do get carried, don't worry. You can then start bouncing between the 2 other traits and you won't have to worry about the first one. Lastly, let's talk about how to prioritize what you'll want to do with your gear that you get from contracts, drops, bosses, etc. My personal priority is your own traits come first. If you need a trait upgrade, use it. Second would be the lithograph book for materials needed, and most importantly, the trait unlock stones from them. Last would be turning the gear into lithographs or extracts to sell on the auction. As you can see here, you need these materials to make lithographs. You can make them for armors, weapons, and accessories. The different types require different amounts of materials and use a few different materials entirely. Armors use Stalin, weapons use rubrics, and accessories use emirates. From your inventory, you can click on the trait extraction here and use extraction stones to make extracts. You can make a whole bunch of extracts just like this. I'm not going to do it, showing you an example because I'm going to be using these for my gear. But this is how you would do it, and then you just hit extract and you would turn them into extracts, simply just like that. The values I personally go for when selling extracts is making 5 lucent per extraction stone before tax. Purple armor and accessory lithographs, I aim for 1250 lucent before tax, and for weapons, I aim for 2500 lucent before tax. For blue armor and accessory lithographs, I aim for 250 lucent before tax, and for weapons, I aim for 500 lucent before tax. For extracts on gear, for green gear, it uses 1 stone. For blue, uses 5, and purple uses 25. That's going to be it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for guides I'll be releasing in the future. I'll see you all next time.